Yeah. This is that Victory Talk podcast. We about to get in. We got a lot of shit we want to cover today, man. You know what it is, man. We was keep you on your toes, keep you guessing, man. You never know, man. Let's start the show. Yeah. You know what it is? Another episode of that Victory Talk podcast. This is episode 257. God damn, man. Shout out to us. We've been doing this for a long time. I am your host, Big Brandon Carter, King Keto, Gymnasium Jesus, Jesus de Gimnasio para mi gente, the Southside Savior. And I'm not alone, though. Not alone, man. You know, I got the best podcast producer in the game. I don't know how to work none of this shit in here. I spent like $20,000 on all this shit. I ain't never turned it on or off. The man who runs it is the beast from the Middle East.
Let's go.
The man from Iran. The man from the sand. The homie Nemo. Yeah.
All good. Super excited. Let's get it.
Yeah, man. There's a lot to be excited about.
Yes, sir.
All right. I'm also, man, it's not just Nima and I. Nah, fuck no. We also got Minovia. You know what I'm saying? She's manning the chats, right? She kicking out all the haters. You come here talking shit, she gonna kick you the fuck out. Don't play with her. Don't fuck around with her. She gonna kick you out and banish you forever. All right. And, you know, she's going to be reading your super chat. So when you leave a super chat, I'm going to answer all your super chats. Every last one of them. All right. And she's going to be reading them. Some of y'all, man, it's the only time y'all get a bad chick to acknowledge you at all. Right. And only going to cost you a few dollars. All right. Man, we got a lot to cover today, bro. Man, yo, you know, it's okay, before we get into it, we got two sponsors. I'm sorry. Oh, yeah. All right. So the first sponsor is Thought Repellent. Thought Repellent is the easy to apply spray to keep the hoes away. You see, once you start watching the Victory Talk podcast, you might want to dig into the archives, right? And start reading, because the shit we were saying 2-3 years ago is still applicable now. Right? So let's say you start watching the Victory Talk podcast every Tuesday and Thursday at 5 Eastern time. What's going to happen is, man, you're going to start getting in better shape. You're going to start feeling better. You're going to start making more money. And then bitches who used to curb you, leave you on red, man, they're going to be all over you, because now you in great shape and you got money and you a lot cooler and better than you used to be in the past in a lot of different ways. All right. And not all them women are going to be good women. No, some are going to be bad. Some are going to have malicious intent. Right. They're going to have they're going to infiltrate your life. And a lot of y'all, a lot of the thoughts, you can recognize them, right? They have like crazy color hair and or lots of tattoos. That's the easy side. You ever see those? Nima, do y'all have fish where you from? You ever seen a fish?
Yes, we do.
Okay, cool. And there's some fish or like animals in nature, and they're like crazy colors, wild colors. those animals are poisonous. That's like their defense, because other animals know, oh, this shit gonna kill me. You guys see colored fucking hair and crazy fucking tattoos all over a girl. It's the same shit. It's the same mechanism. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never met a chick with a tattoo sleeve whose life wasn't a fucking mess. Or some fucking wild hair who wasn't a crazy person. So that's easy to avoid them. But then there's regular chicks who is thoughts. They look regular, but then they really thought. So thought repellent was designed for them. All right. It was genetically engineered by Iranian scientists to only affect the DNA of thoughts, hoes, sluts, skanks, skeezers, Jezebels, and scallywags. Oh, we've added hood rats to the formula. Right. So we're going to have this out. The goal is to have this out by Christmas. We think we'll have it out by Christmas. Probably not going to be in stores. Probably just going to be online at first. You know, and then you can get it. And then after that, we'll get it in Costco, maybe Home Depot, next to the Raid, or the pesticides. You know, we'll have it in Lowe's, but we need your help. All your super chats go toward development of thought repellent. Right? If it's not out by Christmas, it's your fault. That means there weren't enough super chats. And I think a hero has already contributed to the fund. Let's go. I think a hero has already contributed to the fund.
We have Paul. Yo, Brandon, where are your macros at for bulking and cutting?
Oh man. Well, here's what you need to do. For macros, for cutting, is calories are most important, right? Calories and protein are the things you need to focus on. So for cutting, I take my body weight in pounds, multiply that by 10. That's how many calories I get. So I'm around 200 pounds right now, give or take a few pounds, depending on the day. And so that means I'm at 2,000 calories per day, plus 1 gram of protein, at least 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. Meaning I need to get at least 200 grams of 200 grams of protein per day. Now, it's the same with bulking, right? The protein stays the same with bulking, 200 grams of protein per day, 1 gram per pound of body weight. But when I'm bulking, I'll get more calories, right? So when I'm bulking, I take my calories in pounds, multiply that by 20, right? So that'll have me at 4,000 calories per day, you know? And I always oscillate between the two. I'm either bulking or I'm cutting. I ain't never doing no maintenance shit. Fuck that shit. I go straight from a bulk to a cut. I've been doing that shit for like 20 years consecutively. And it's worked out really well for me. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I do. I'll get more protein. I don't mind getting more protein, but never less. Like 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight is the minimum. The minimum. Right. And especially if you're older, there's something you should know. Like you might even want to push that up if you're older, because there's some studies that came out fairly recently that showed that the older you get, the less your body doesn't synthesize protein as well as you get older. So me in my 40s, now that I'm OG Unk, I'm the Unk OG. You know what I'm saying? I'm your Unk's Unk. I need to make sure I get even more protein, man. At age 43, man, midlife, that midlife crisis. You know what I'm saying? Midlife crisis age. That's where I'm at. That's what we on right now. I think there's so that's it. Yeah. The calories protein stays the same always. Just the calories kind of is what gets manipulated. What else we got?
We have Mr. Out of Context. Your baby singing. I took your advice and started playing around with vibe coding. To make an app, any courses you recommend? Where is the best place to start?
There's a guy who has a school community. Let me see if I can find this shit. Oh yeah, I think it's called. Let me see if I can log in to this shit. Find the right name. No, it's a guy with a. Yeah, it's called AI Builders. You don't have to show it. It was called AI Builders. And I think his shit is the best. It's the best I found. It's a school community called AI Builders, and it's good shit in there. That's the one. All right, cool. We have one more sponsor before we get into the proceedings this evening. Is on next week on Wednesday, not tomorrow, but next week on Wednesday, me and the homie Young Candlestick are doing a live training where we're going to show you how to trade, how to make money trading. I've been making a lot of money trading over the last few years. I trade NQ futures every morning. And then we also swing trade different stocks and shit, options during the week. But in the morning, we swing trade. And man, we be out here killing. Me and the whole squad. We out here killing. We trade live, share our screens. I tell them where I'm buying, where I'm selling. And yo, Neem, you was in there this morning?
No, I didn't make it.
Oh, you missed it this morning. It was a beautiful.
I was seeing the wins.
It was beautiful. Beautiful trade. But yeah, we're going to teach y'all how to trade. And the beauty of it is you don't even need your own money. You can trade without your own money, right? And the way you do that is with prop firms, all right? And we're going to show on this live training, we're going to show you how to get with a prop firm. Basically, how that works is you buy what's called an evaluation. Then you got to pass the evaluation by making a certain amount of profit. Then you get a funded account. Now you're trading with their money. And that's what I've been doing for the last, since I've been trading. I started trading with my money in 2000. And I started trading with prop firms in, 2000. I started trading with my money in 2020. I'm sorry. I started trading prop firms with 2023. All right. And yeah, I've made a lot of money, man. I made a lot of money with the prop firms, man. And so has our squad. So we're going to show you how to do the same thing. Wednesday at 8. No, I'm sorry. Is it 8 p.m.? Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You do not want to miss that. All right.
It's the first thing in the description.
All right. One more sponsor. If you're trying to learn how to grow your online fitness business, I got a free ebook called The 10 Commandments of Online Training. It'll show you exactly how to grow your online fitness business. That's how I made my first million. I teach other people how to grow their online fitness businesses, and they've been making a lot of money. I'm gonna show you how to do the same. All you got to do is click the link in the description, download the ebook, and it's 100% free. All right, let's get it.
This
Boom.
one is the second link in the description.
Second link in the description. What else we got over here? Is that it? Yeah. All right. Guys, I know you guys want to make money, right? It's almost 2026, and here's the thing. Most of you motherfuckers make New Year's resolutions and you fucking fail, right? But you done gave up on that shit by January 15th. You know what I'm saying? And you were like, next year gonna be my year. Watch. And the reason is because to accomplish your goals for the new year, you gotta build habits. Right? You're gonna have to do things differently next year than you did this year, right? But you want to get a jump start on those habits now, because you're gonna fuck them up at first, right? You ain't gonna be good at this shit at first, so you're gonna get frustrated and you're gonna quit like you did every year up until this point. All right. So what we're going to do is start building the right habits now and start getting into the flow. And then we hit the ground running by the time 2026 jump off, right? You already have the habits embedded in your central nervous system. You'll be doing that shit on autopilot, right? And I'm going to share with you the 6 habits I feel like you should adopt that have helped me a lot. Let's get it. In this video, I want to give you 6 habits that have changed my life for the better, and they will change yours as well. If you implement these habits going into the new year, this will be the best year of your life. These habits totally changed who I am, all right, and took me to the next level. Right, went from being poor, broke, to actually balling, building several multi 8-figure businesses getting in amazing shape, and, you know, really building the life of my dreams, right? And if you do this for the next 21 days, I promise you, you'll end up with ruthless discipline, laser focus, and the kind of energy that will make people want to give you a drug test. Because you're going to be so, because you're going to be so productive. You're going to be running circles around everyone you know. All right. And and if you struggle with low energy, weak focus, lack of discipline, inconsistency, this is for you, right? I'm gonna give you my top 6 habits, and the last one is probably the most important one, or it's probably the most important one. Now, I learned these habits after my father killed himself. He blew his brains out in around 2007, right? And it left me in a position where I had to take care of the whole family, and take care of my mom, take care of my grandma, my sister, her kid, and even myself. I was broke at the time, and all of a sudden I become the man of the house. And there was a lot of difficulties associated with that. To make matters worse, it was right before he killed himself right before the global economy collapsed. Right, there was a big, huge recession. They called it the Great Recession that jumped off in 2008, and it was the worst recession since the Depression. All right, and it was super bad, record unemployment. I had a college degree. I couldn't get a good job because everybody was getting laid off. We have never had unemployment that high since the Great Depression, and we have not had unemployment that high since. It was probably one of the worst times to be an earthling on planet Earth, right? Financially, right? And these are the 6 habits that help me dig myself and my family out of that situation. To help me become a multimillionaire, get in amazing shape, take care of my mom, and take care of my family. All right, build the life of my dreams. And if you can implement this, you'll do the same. All right. So, habit number 1, you gotta start waking up early. Waking up early, right? I hear a lot of people saying that you don't have to wake up early. You can stay up late. You can do it. Some people wake up, and this is very true. However, waking up early has some unique advantages that you don't get from staying up late. All right. First of all, if you wake up early, that means you have to go to sleep early. If you go to sleep early, you don't end up doing all the bullshit. Because let's be honest, a lot of the fucking bad shit, a lot of the shit a lot of the habits you're trying to break, most of them happen at night. Whether it's recreational drug use, getting drunk. Most of you motherfuckers ain't day drinking on a Tuesday, right? You know, you're getting drunk at night, chasing hoes, dot chasing, gooning. Most of y'all ain't gooning midday. You know what I'm saying? Right? All the shit you're trying to avoid happens at night. Right? Nighttime is when the devil comes out. You know, but if you wake up early, that means you have to go to sleep early. So without even needing more discipline, you avoid a lot of the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to get in trouble or big trouble during the day. It's that night is when shit happens, you know? So, but also when you wake up early, you can actually get more done before people start interrupting you, right? When you wake up early, see, for me, I wake up at, let's call it 5-ish, 5:30, sometimes 6. Sometimes 4, right? It just depends on how early I get to sleep, right? But my goal every day is to get a productive day. My goal every day, every morning, is to get the amount of work done that a normal person would consider a successful day. I want to get that amount of work done before 9 a.m. right? Before people start fucking hitting me up, before life starts getting in the way, before things happen. And the reason the morning is prime for that is because in the morning you can be uninterrupted. It's before the world starts waking up, before you start getting text messages, before my employees start fucking telling me their problems. Not you, Nima, you're cool. You know what I'm saying? It's all the other ones. You're cool. And whoever's edited this video, you're cool, right? But everyone else, goddamn nightmares. Each one of them. And because especially me, right? The more busier you get, the more successful you get, the more you have to lock in, because I got 30 employees. It's like having 30 children. All their problems become my problems. All their family problems are my problems. Motherfucker's uncle die. Now this motherfucker got to take off work. That's not my fault. I ain't tell this motherfucker to smoke. I'd have told him not to. Now he dead. And we got to worry about his workload. We got to worry about his nephew's workload, right? You know, all these problems come up, right? And you have to handle them before people wake up. And you got to handle them. But I get uninterrupted work done every morning before the world starts interrupting me. It's very important. Now, here's the thing. When people want to wake up early, like, how do you wake up early? How do you wake up early? You got to go to sleep early, dipshit, right? So what's more important than your alarm for waking up is your alarm for going to sleep, right? So I have an alarm that tells me to go to sleep, right? It goes off. I have an alarm that goes off at 8:30 and it says, "Get ready for bed, nigga." It's big on my screen. That's when I start getting ready for bed. So I have 2 alarms at night. One to start getting ready for bed, and then one to go to sleep. Right? One is I start shutting shit down, go through the nighttime routine. Now, nighttime routine for me, it consists of shower, because studies show that if you take a shower before you go to sleep, hot shower, you sleep better. It regulates your body temperature a little bit more. Eat dinner, spend some time with my girlfriend, and then take my nighttime supplements, which consist of magnesium, L-theanine, ashwagandha, Unison. And what's that shit? It's not weed, but it's like weed. You know what I'm talking about? It ain't CBD. CBD. And that's my nighttime supplement routine. And then get to bed, man. You know, and then in the bedroom is blackout curtains. I have this thing under my bed. It's called a chili pad. It's like a mattress. It's like a mattress pad, right? Connected to a contraption. In that contraption, you fill it with water, and it runs cool water underneath your body through the mattress pad all night. So it feels like, you know, the cool side of the pillow. It feels good for like 10 seconds, and then your body heats it up again. Imagine if your body heat didn't heat it up again. It's like a thermostat. So my whole body feels like the cool side of the pillow all night. And I track my sleep with the Oura Ring. And because of the chili pad, I get way better sleep, way more deep sleep, more REM sleep. All right. And these are things you need to do, right? So Here's your game plan, asshole. You're going to set a sleep time alarm. All right. Pick it and the time should be set at least 7 hours before you want to wake up. Okay. At least 7 hours before you want to wake up. Right. And then another alarm that's before that, however long it takes you to start to wind down and get ready for bed. Maybe it's 2 hours. Maybe it's an hour, maybe it's 90 minutes, whatever. Right. Me, it takes at least 90 minutes to just wind everything down, get to bed, right? All right. And then you have a wake up alarm. Now you're obviously going to probably just use your iPhone for this shit, right? Or your Samsung phone if you swing that way, right? And what you want to do is put your alarm, put your phone away from your bed on the other side of the room. Especially me, I got my bed, the massa bedroom is pretty big, so it's way on the other side of the room in my robe, right? And then that means I have to get up out of bed to go turn it off. It's hard. If you keep it by your fucking bed, I might turn the shit off in my sleep. You know what I'm saying? And fall back asleep. You motherfuckers did it. You're hitting the snooze and shit. But instead, I have to get out of bed. Boom. Put my robe on. Go to the bathroom. Then I go straight to the bathroom. Urinate. People never talk about urinate when you're in their morning routines. That's the first thing I do. And then I go in the kitchen where there's already a pre-made pre-workout, and I chug that immediately. Immediately, 300 milligrams of caffeine, right? Boom. And then I kind of just wait till that caffeine starts surging through my bloodstream. Then I'm ready to go. That's the cheat code. You want to ask how you get up early? That's how you do it. Set an alarm to go to sleep 7 hours before you want to wake up. Wake up to alarm that's on the other side of the room. Drink some pre-workout that's already made. That's the cheat code. You start waking up early, and when you do this, you want to get to work almost immediately. Whatever your priorities are for your goals. Some people like to work out as soon as they wake up. I like to work as soon as I wake up and work out later. Whatever works best for you. You know what I'm saying? Whatever your priorities are for the goals you're trying to accomplish. All right. And and if you do that, man, I'm telling you, you're gonna start getting way more done than most people, and you'll avoid a lot of the vices that people indulge in at night. That's the part people leave out when they talk about waking up. Because if you're up, when people are turning up, people are calling you trying to turn up and shit, it's going to be more difficult for you. You're going to have to use discipline to avoid those things, right? If you're in the midst of it, right? But if you're asleep when all the bullshit is happening, it doesn't take discipline to avoid it, right? You just need discipline to go to sleep. And that's easier than telling the huzz you're not going to come over tonight. You know what I'm saying? When you already up, you're supposed to be working. If you already sleep, hey man, then you can do. You know what I'm saying? That's a cheat code. All right, I'm gonna get into the next 5 habits in a minute, but first we got to bring in the homie Young Candlestick for the market recap. Let's go. Yo, what's going on, man? I am your boy Big Brandon Carter, aka King Keto, and I'm here with the homie Young Candlestick.
What's
My
up,
man
guys?
got his Series 65, right?
Yeah,
Series 65. You know what I'm saying? And he's a chartered market technician. Come on, man, let's get it. Let's talk about these markets, homie.
Yeah, we got what's called Powell's Presser tomorrow.
Yeah,
Powell's Presser. That's the FOMC rate decision. And basically that's where the Fed, they meet and they're like, hey, are we going to cut interest rates? Are we going to spike inflation but help out the job market? Or are we going to do nothing? Or are we going to raise interest rates, which squashes inflation but makes it really hard for businesses to grow? There's a 90% chance that the Federal Reserve is going to cut interest rates tomorrow. And so the market is pricing that in. So the market's at a critical spot right now. And so tomorrow you're going to likely see a big up day or a big down day. Okay. The purple lines on this S&P 500 chart, this is a daily chart, represents the expected move tomorrow. So it's $5 wide, which means we're not likely going to go up by more than 1%, and we're not likely going to drop by more than 1%. I personally think that that expected move is really low. So what do you do with that information? Buying options tomorrow might actually pay out. Buying puts if the market drops, buying calls if the market's going to rally. Also note that there can be fake outs. So it can pump first, then dump. It can dump first, then pump. So be ready for that pump fake tomorrow. I'm going to be trading live the FOMC rate decision with Victory Trades members tomorrow. Okay. So that's going to be at 2 p.m. Eastern. But basically what we have right now is a typical pre-FOMC day. It was just a bunch of bullshit, a bunch of chop. Didn't do too much. Market started off with the gap down, rallied up, chop, 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 and then closed near the lows. And that happens most of the time. The day before FOMC, traders and investors, they're like, oh man, do we need to de-risk or do we need to add on risk, meaning buy stocks? Because stocks are a risk asset. And so the way to profit the day before FOMC isn't really to buy calls or buy puts, unless you have like really good entry points. That's fine. But actually trading iron condors has been really, really profitable for me and Victory Trades members.
We've been killing that shit.
Yeah, we're on a really good streak. There hasn't been a single losing trade alert, nothing but wins this month. And you can see just what's cool about these iron condors is you basically say, hey, I think you're going to close the day. You're going to finish the day within this range. Okay. And then you put up an amount of capital. And then if it closes within that range, boom, money instantly goes into your trading account. You can withdraw it right away. That cash is yours. And because this is index option trading, there's a tax advantage to it. It's cash settled. It's really a great way to trade the markets for daily income. Okay, so SPX iron condors, don't sleep on them. They set up every single day, depending on the range that you can predict. Okay?
And if you want Greg's trade alerts, so you can get the iron condor, I take him every time he sends one. Join Victory Trades. The link is in the description.
Yeah, I mean, just one iron condor pays for the monthly membership. Like there you go. So that's the SPX on the daily. I wouldn't be surprised based on where it's at. If it starts to break underneath today's lows and underneath Monday's lows, we could see a larger than average drop just to retest some of these support zones. The market got really carried away Thanksgiving week, rallying 5%. That was a bullish as hell Thanksgiving week that they just drove that thing up. And so sometimes what can go straight up creates thin liquidity and it can come straight back down. I'm not saying it's going to crash or retest the lows. It could happen, but a decent drop for the next few days could be in store. If not, though, it could break out and test all-time highs and further. So,
I mean, we've been rallying since April. You know what I'm saying? It's just like,
let's not forget that the market dropped 15% in 3 fucking days.
Yeah.
And why did it drop? There was I think tariffs was kind of like the story, but really it was the bond market. Bonds were crashing, and bonds hold up the entire globally.
Diversify your bonds, nigga.
Yeah, get you some long-term bonds, some short-term bonds, medium-term bonds. But the bond market was crashing, and I bet that Trump met with the Federal Reserve and had like a closed-door meeting. He's like, "Yo, you guys, we got to save this bond market. What do I got to do?" And that's the day where he announced, hey, we're going to delay tariffs by 90 days. And that's what shot the market up.
Good 10%. Time to buy.
Good time he said good time to buy before he did that. And then ever since then, he's been posting, the stock market will keep going up. I'm holding the stock market up at all-time highs. So this has been the free market of the S&P 500.
I'm gonna set up a fucking automation that anytime Trump tweets about the market or something, that I get a text message or something, man.
I mean, I was going long. It's just looking at the market this year. I'm like, damn, I really should have been long. And
really
so like,
should have been long.
Yeah, and the thing is a lot of institutions weren't long enough. They were de-risking down here. And so that's why all the dips have been shallow. The institutions, they got to play catch up. So they're like, oh shit, we got to outperform this benchmark because, the S&P 500 is up 15%. You get your bonuses by how much you beat the S&P 500. Okay. And then there's Michael Burry that's been just shorting it all the way up and just getting blown out. And he may be right, but his timing is off. And that's the tricky
And that's
thing.
the same as being wrong.
It's the same as being wrong.
That's the same as being wrong.
It's the same thing as being wrong, which is why technical analysis is so important.
Listen, everybody's right on the right time frame because you're betting is going up or down, right? And at some point it's going to go down, at some point it's going to go up. You know what I'm saying? So everybody's right at some point,
It's just what I think about with Bitcoin, all these like $3 million price targets, $10 million price targets. They may be right, but they might be wrong for like 3 years, And so like, nobody comes after you 5 years later. They don't remember it. And so that's another thing to think about. Take the good with the bad. As an analyst, sometimes you're going to get things wrong. You just got to own it and take the lesson. That's it.
Yeah. Man.
So look, while we're on the Bitcoin chart, Bitcoin, it had a green day today, but it's still just kind of in this bear flag. It's chopping upwards. This looks bearish, you guys.
Yeah,
it could go up another 15-20%, but that still means it's bearish. Like until and unless Bitcoin reclaims and holds above 100K, stay cautious. There's so many better assets out there. It doesn't have to be Bitcoin that's making you all the money.
Yeah.
All right. IWM, Russell 2000, a leading market indicator, hit all-time highs today, then pulled back. This thing is going to skyrocket if the market's bullish tomorrow. If the market's bearish tomorrow, it can get dumped on. So I like strangling the IWM. That's buying a call and buying a put, and then you let them both ride out. If it makes a big move in one direction, you make good money. The worst case scenario on a strangle is if the market goes nowhere. If it just goes dead sideways or kind of drops or kind of goes up. So that's my take on the IWM. NASDAQ is really strong. A lot of the Magnificent Seven, NASDAQ was green while S&P was red. A lot of stocks, Meta had a little bit of a down day, but it's had a really good run. Meta, I like dip buys near 600. Google is my largest holding, just hanging out towards the highs. So Google, I love buying dips on it if I can get a real dip. It's risky to buy up here, but I could totally see it going up. Google, one Victory Trades member that's been with us for like a year, he loaded up on Google. Boom, he got a 50% gain on half and then exited the second half for an 82% gain. And it was over 10% of his portfolio. So catching some of those long-term stocks, those long-term wins is really, really nice. And what's nice about large caps is you can size into them. Google's not going bankrupt.
Pause.
You can size into them. I posted this on my story. Fun fact, Owen Cook watches my stories, which is a huge victory.
Hey, shout out to Owen.
Yeah. But anyways, Google, largest holding. I like dip buys on that. Amazon's been a laggard all year. It hasn't done too much since the beginning of the year. It's kind of just flat on the year. Amazon kind of looks like a buy setup right now, but time will tell. I like Amazon long-term. Short-term, though, it's been a little bit mucky. Tesla, a great day trading stock. Great swing trading stock, good volatility. Tesla, if this breaks out over 472, that's bullish. Otherwise, I don't see any bearish setups on it. Okay. And then Microsoft, I like Microsoft long-term. We've talked about that. It's just kind of hanging out, not doing too much.
Yeah, no, I'm a big fan of that.
Yeah. Silver is absolutely skyrocketing.
Bro, you've been calling that shit out all year.
Everybody's so surprised. Like, why is silver rallying? I'm like,
nah, you've been calling it all year, man. That was you.
My only regret is just not sizing up more into it. You know, you get used to like your pause. you get used to a similar size on most of your on most of your trades. And then you have this high conviction trade and you double your size, but I really should have like 5x my size. How can I 5x my size, Brandon?
Hey, yo.
Okay, that's enough.
Real quick, guys. On not tomorrow, but next Wednesday, Greg and I are doing a live training to show you guys how to trade. Especially we've been trading futures.
Yep.
Real quick, can you show them the wins for today? Man, today was beautiful. So we trade live in our Discord with the Victory Trades members, and it's crazy. That's the futures. Go to the day trading one for today.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Here's Prezi puts up big numbers. He got more money even after the live, so he was up about 2,000 today. Prezi, really good trader. You'll talk with him.
Yep.
Other members are calling out trades too, and they're working.
Bro, I made like $6,000 today. So basically, I traded with 20 funded accounts. I use Apex Trader Fund. You can have 20 funded accounts, and I have them all trade simultaneously with a trade copier. And we're going to show you guys how to do this on Wednesday, right? How you can actually
next
trade.
Wednesday.
So you don't even need your own money.
I'll be there.
Yeah. Oh, you gonna be there?
Yeah,
cool.
It'll be fun.
You don't even need your own money, right? So we'll show you how to get funded with how to pass the evaluation, get funded, start trading other people's account, other people's money. It's dope. We had some more wins today.
Yeah, we got some more wins. G Tomo putting up. This is from a King Keto call out.
Yeah.
It's so easy to follow Brandon's trades, you guys. He just says finger on the trigger, or he just gives you the limit order.
Listen, I'm going on my 6th year of trading. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I've been doing this shit, man.
You're the most consistent futures trader I know.
Hey, thanks, man. Thanks. There's people who make more money than me, but I'm pretty good.
Yeah, and that's okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty good.
They keep their money and make ours.
Mm-hmm.
The Ethiopian
that's another
baller.
one. He put up some money. Ethiopian baller.
Almost 1,000.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Almost $1,000. Almost $1,000.
Market maker. He was trading some of my trade ideas stocks.
Yeah, he was.
He made $1,800 day trading. This was on Frog. So I want to just quickly show this daily chart just because it's a quick lesson. Memorize this chart setup. Frog.
Memorize the chart.
Breakout. So this was highlighted. If you guys watched the weekly game plan video, I put this out in the free Victory Unit Discord. Go join that. I said Frog is a buy right over these highs. Beautiful textbook ascending triangle. So you got higher lows. You got this flat top. The pressure is building right up against that ceiling. And eventually it just goes pop and it squeezes up. And so you want to be buying right at that point in time. Volume starts to increase. Investors are starting to get wind of it. You've got multiple time frames aligning up. That's a great setup to put on your watch list. If you see a chart that looks like this, buy the hell out of it. 9 times out of 10, it's going to go up. I mean, obviously there's a lot of variables at play, but good move on Frog. That's how market maker, Masood is his name, made some good money. Masood made a good $1,800 profit on that.
Nice.
So we talked about gold. We talked about silver. I'm still bullish long-term. Be careful chasing up here. We talked about Bitcoin, ugly ass chart. Some other sectors, uranium's kind of like, it's a buy, but light size. Give yourself space to buy it and average down on it if you need to. Okay. So that's uranium. Another one we've been talking about for a while for wheeling is TE. This is T1 Energy. Stock has gone up 180% in 2 weeks. So if you can get a retest of something like $5, that can be a great area to sell cash secured puts. I would not chase it up here. Okay.
Okay.
Unity is starting to see some bullish call flow, and Roaring Kitty, the guy that bet on the GameStop squeeze, he's got calls on this, and he's publicly announcing that he's got calls. And that was down here, you're near the 40 level. I got Victory Trades members in this stock near the 40 level as well. And the breakout is really, really clean. If this could retest and holds 46.64, that's bullish. Otherwise, I think the stock can get up to $60 per share over the next few months, as long as the market holds up. Okay. So that's Unity, bullish. EOSE. I still like this stock for the wheel. If you've been wheeling this, you're making 5% a week. That's some pretty good money. 5% a week. Annualize that return, and you got 60% a year. That means you turn $10,000 into $16,000. XLV, healthcare.
I was going to ask you about XLV.
Yeah, this is setting up a buy soon. 1 or 2 more down days. Just 1 or 2 more. I might even take a stab at it tomorrow. Okay. But FOMC is going to affect everything. XBI, biotech, a lot riskier. This one's a bit up there. I would wait for oversold conditions to buy that. Okay, so that's XBI. If you're looking for a risky growth stock, NBIS, if this can break and hold above $103 per share, I think the stock can double. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Break and hold above it.
In what time frame?
This is going to take a few years because this is AI data.
Okay, that's important. That's important to know.
Well, if it breaks and holds above 103, you'll probably get a few days of upside, like a 10% pop. So you can layer your trades. Maybe you go with like a monthly call spread if it breaks above 103, and then also layer in like a leap call debit spread up there. You know, that way you get cash flow in the short term, and if it makes that bigger move, you got that long-term cash. For short trades, Roblox is setting up short soon.
Hey.
It's rallying on low volume. I just need to wait, but get your trigger finger ready for a short on Roblox.
All right.
XLF. If the market's going to break down and there's going to be a big like banking crisis and like shit hits the fan, right now that's not the case, but it could. Be aware of it. Put it at the back of your head. XLF puts I really like. So XLF, I would go out to something like March and just buy an in the money 54 put. It's going to cost you $212. You can do 1 of them, 10 of them, 100 of them, and $212 could turn into $1,000 if the XLF breaks out. Okay? Or breaks down, sorry. So XLF, I like that as my top bear sector. Okay? If the market's going to break down. And those are the main things that I wanted to cover today.
I wanted to, you got some super chats. So we'll do answer those questions in a minute. But first, I wanted to ask you about XLU.
Oh, utilities.
Yeah.
It's been a while. Ooh, interesting.
Yeah, right?
Wow. So this one's had sustained sell side pressure. The volume is increasing on the sell candles, and we do have our DMI pointing bearish. So I would lean neutral to bearish. The only dips I'd be buying on that would be near 40.50. That's the point of control. For XLU, I think shares are the best way to trade it because it pays you that 3.5% dividend. But I really only take a dip buy at 40. Too low to short, not low enough to buy. That's what I do.
Okay. You got some super chats.
Let's check them out.
Yeah.
XRP Ripple. Let's check it out. So again, Ripple's just going to follow Bitcoin. So you need to always be monitoring the Bitcoin chart. And if crypto is going to go through a crypto winter, be careful. Okay, so XRP USD. All right, here we go. So this is on the daily time frame. Lower highs and lower lows. This is exactly the opposite chart of what I just showed you earlier. Frog. So frog, look at this. Beautiful. Graph goes from the bottom left to the top right, and it breaks out. It's putting in higher lows, flat top. What do we see on XRP? We see on XRP lower highs and a flat bottom. Okay? So flip that frog chart upside down. If XRP breaks underneath $1.80, you can see this thing tank. Okay? It hasn't broken underneath that, so it's okay for now, but you need $1.80 to hold the support. If it does not, it's going to drop. Okay? If XRP can break and hold above 2.30, that's where it starts to get a little bit more bullish and could start to recover. Okay. So that's the quick take on XRP in terms of technical analysis. Ripple, if Bitcoin does really well, Ripple's going to explode. Okay. But Ripple had a little bit of a false breakout. So this is on the weekly chart now. We have this high up here and we broke that high. And guess what? We couldn't stay above that high. It reversed on lower. And that's what we call a liquidity sweep. This was a weekly liquidity sweep above the highs. Sellers took over, momentum couldn't hold, and then it really started to break down underneath 280. See how it tested that level so many times? Once it cracks, it drops hard. So my take on this is neutral / bearish. Even if it got all the way back up to $3, I'd still be neutral / bearish. Get above and hold above 3, it's long-term bullish. So it's just in this wide consolidation range where you're speculating whether it's going to go up or down. You got to wait for those key break points. Otherwise, anything in the middle is just the chop volatility vortex, you know? Thanks for the super chat, Truly Allens.
Then you got another one.
Hang with Marquez says, rate cut plus open bull flag equals profit. Let's check it out. Let's check out Open Door. So I wouldn't call this a bull flag. It depends on what time frame you're looking at, but I just see a wide consolidation. This is more of a pennant where we have lower highs and we have higher lows. Now, a key thing for pennants is are the higher lows steeper or the lower highs steeper? Right now you can see that the lower highs are a bit steeper than the higher lows. It's pretty equal though. So I would say for open, set some price alerts above 8 and price alerts below 6. Anything in the middle is just speculation. A break above and hold above 8 can squeeze it to retest 9, 10, 11. A break beneath 6 leads to a test of 5, 4, or 3. So it's really just, it's consolidating towards the apex. Okay. And it's going to break one way. Another thing to note is that rate cuts are priced in to the market. The market knows rate cuts are coming. So there's not going to be any new information tomorrow. Another thing for Open Door, you're going to want to watch the Russell 2000, IWM. This is going to be your motion in the ocean. If this IWM is breaking out up, you're likely going to see Open break out up. If you see IWM break down, Open is likely going to break down as well. Okay, so use your market leading indicators because that's going to have the wind at your back. So you could take open long. It's not a horrible setup. It's just compressing. And so what I'd look at is even still, like I said earlier on IWM, a strangle, choke the shit out of Open Door. You can buy a call, buy a put, and see if that can make good money. Look, it's not even going to cost you all that much. The 7.5 call costs $27 and the 7 put costs $13. And so basically you can get a strangle. You can go blast all on the order screen and then hit control. Boom. This is your strangle. It's going to cost you $39. That's the most that you can lose. That's if open stays between 7 and 750. You lose $39. If it tanks underneath 7, that put makes you a ton of money. If it breaks out and squeezes above 750, that call will make you a ton of money. Okay? Open, the premiums are liquid. The premiums are decently low. So it is a good trading stock. Open. Just keep an eye out on which way it breaks. It's either going to break up, something like that. Okay. Or it's going to break down. But you have to wait for the break points. Anything in between is speculating which way it's going to break. Okay. Keep an eye on volume. If volume starts to break out above the average volume, that's going to help confirm that direction. If volume is super weak, that direction may reverse on up and you could get a double pump fake. Okay. So use volume so that you don't get pump faked out, mark your key levels, watch the IWM, understand options trades as well. I hope that answers your question. Hang with Marquez. Thanks for the super chat. What else do we got? Nice job. Brandon does HVAC. Sup, my guy, on my way to my second funded account. Thanks. That's what's up, Brandon. I like that HVAC picture as well. Brandon's been trading with me for about 5 years now, which is pretty cool. I've been trading for 9 years. The last 6 of it has been on YouTube. So shout out to Brandon. That's what's up. Another stock to watch, you guys, is Hims. Hims in the morning live, I noted opening range breakout for calls. Hims decided to rally 3.7% there. If Hims holds above 40, I like buying call options on Hims, okay? For a short-term day trade, day swing. So keep an eye on Hims and hers. There's some pressure building up here.
Yeah. All right. Yo, man, the homie HVAC, Brandon HVAC says something, you know?
Yeah.
One of our victory trades, man.
Yeah, I was congratulating him on his second funded account. He got that last week with us.
If you want to learn how to get a funded account so you can trade without having to use your own money, we're doing a live session. We're going to teach you exactly how to do it next Wednesday at 8 p.m. Not tomorrow, next Wednesday. The link is in the description. It's the first link in the description. Join now, register. So we're going to get it in, man. It's going to be dope.
No, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Brandon crushed it. I want to find his certificate. Here's his certificate. So what's super nice is he's trading with us live. It takes like 2 to 3 weeks, sometimes faster, sometimes slower. And then boom, you pay a one-time lifetime fee of like $40. Boom. Now you have that funded account. And
you got a 50K account.
Yep. The profits in that account, you get to withdraw straight from the funding company. You just got to stay consistent. If you're good at video games, you'll probably be a good futures trader. If you're disciplined,
it's kind of like
you'll be a good futures trader.
Yeah, man.
If you're calm under pressure, you'll be a good futures trader.
Let's go, man. You know what I'm saying? Brandon being the HVAC, Brandon, Ethiopian baller. He's up in the chat too. Let's get it, man. You know what I'm saying? Word. If you want to, yeah. And if you want to, people want to ask a funded company. We use this Apex Trader Funding. You can use code King Keto, and you get the best deals if you use code King Keto. Right?
Yeah. And yeah, if you guys have like a full-time job, most people do, you can still like trade with us. Like as long as you have access to your phone for like a few minutes.
Yeah, we're gonna show you.
We're gonna
show you all of this on Wednesday, man.
Yeah.
Let's get it.
Is the masterclass link in the description?
It's the first link in the description.
First link. Boom, there we go.
Link number 1. You know the vibe.
Man, I got to tell my people about it.
Yeah, you do. All right,
yeah.
All right, Greg. Yo, thank you, Greg. Appreciate it, man. You all right? When do you leave for fucking Italy?
December 15th. Okay.
Oh, you got mad time.
Yeah, I got mad time. Shoot me a text or a call later today. Okay, Brandon?
You know what I'm saying? Bippity boppity.
Bippity boppity.
Hey, man, we're going to be over here trading over here, eh?
Yeah.
News guys. All right. All right, I'll let you, man. Hey, man, I think I got a super chat. I got a super chat for your boy. For the big dog. Oh,
We have Tiger Hunter 3203 with a crazy icon. All right. I used to think you were dumb for not cooking or doing dishes, but now I get it. When I started making good money, I had no time, so I hired a cook and used disposable plates. It was cheaper than losing time cooking myself.
Yeah, man. It's like way cheaper, smarter, and like it's something called opportunity costs. You know, you gotta have enough dough to fucking no, but it's opportunity costs, man. So yeah, shout out to you, man. Thanks for the $20. You know, hey man, They thought, Aristotle was dumb. Galileo. And motherfucker, didn't they kill Galileo? Because he said the earth revolved around the sun. They killed him for that shit. So I get it, man. I probably won't be respected in my time either. You know what I'm saying? They tried to kill me for saying don't cook. But it be like that. All right. Is that it? Oh, thoughts on Tesla? Listen, man. Greg's gonna comment. All right, bet. All right, cool. So let's get back into what we was talking about, the fucking habits that help you fucking win. All right, so when we left off, I was getting into the 6 habits you need to actually be successful in 2026, accomplish all your 2026 goals. These habits will help you and they help me. I left off on waking up early. I gave you a lot of tips on how to do it, but what I forgot to do was, I didn't have time to, is there's actually studies that show that people who wake up early and get shit done actually have better outcomes and are more productive. For example, there's a study that showed that early risers have greater productivity and manage daily responsibilities. Here's the study right here. You can read it on your own time. This is the Journal of Applied Social Psychology. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got to tell y'all about the Journal of Applied Social Psychology. One of my favorite journals. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure y'all's too. Y'all be reading it all the time. I'm not going to read this whole shit. You can fucking read it on your own time, dork. All right. The second habit you need to apply to accomplish your 2026 goals is tracking your calories and macros. You see, this is how I've stayed ripped consistently over the last 15 years. You watch me on YouTube. Motherfuckers ain't never seen me out of shape, fat, and I would put videos out every week. But at the same time, I've built muscle, right? I got way more muscle now than I did back then, over the last years, but I stayed ripped the whole time. And the main reason is because I track my calories and macros. So this is, some people say shit, man, oh, I eat healthy, or they eat healthy sometimes. They eat healthy. Listen, if you're not tracking, you slacking, right? If you're not tracking, you slacking, right? I see some influencers, fitness influencers, bragging about eating intuitively and not bragging about not tracking calories. Oh, I eat intuitively. Shut your bitch ass up, man. Like, why would you brag about not being disciplined enough to fucking track your calories? Right? Like it's something cool, right? It's mad easy. I'm gonna show you the easy way to do it in a second, right? Because it's easier than it's ever been. When I first doing this, I have old videos of me with notebooks. I had to add shit up, right? Because I've been doing this shit since before MyFitnessPal fucking was on a smartphone. Before smartphones existed, I was doing this shit. It was difficult. Then I started doing with MyFitnessPal, but there's an easier way to do it now. I'm gonna show you how to do it. But it's the simplest thing in the world, man. Right? These motherfuckers talk about eating intuitively. These motherfuckers are in their 20s, fucking kids. All right. Yeah. Kids can do it, fucking young people can do all types of shit that you are not going to be able to get away with when you're 30. But you don't want to be motherfucking my age trying to figure this shit out after you done put on a bunch of fat. I still follow people I went to college with. Motherfuckers look crazy. I'm 43, right? Motherfuckers look crazy. They look all of 43. You know what I'm saying? I'm running circles around these motherfuckers. And the main reason is because I track my calories while they're just putting anything in their mouth like a whore. All right. Fuck that shit. Some people say it's not sustainable. I've been sustaining it for like 20 some years. So when you hear someone say it's not sustainable for them because they bitches. If you're watching this video, I'm going to assume you're not a bitch, or at least you don't want to be a bitch anymore. All right. So there's an easy way to do this, right? I'm going to give you this prompt. I'm going to put it in the description. Right? But it's a prompt. It's this big prompt I wrote. You can see it. It's a huge prompt, right? What you want to do is you want to copy the prompt. Boom. Open up Chat Jippity. Hold on, let me get it up. This will probably work with like one of those other large language models. I mean, you can do it with Gemini. You can probably do it with let me put it on temporary so I don't say this dumb shit. You can probably do it with Gemini. You can probably do it with Gronk if you're nasty, but Gronk gonna try to fuck you. You can do it with Claude if you swing that way, you know. But I like ChatGPT. All right, boom. So basically, what this is it's a new chat. You're gonna save it. Boom. Just put this prompt in there, right? And then what you do is it's gonna think about it. This is your food log. Boom, and you just describe what you eat. You can describe it. You can hit this button and dictate it. You can just type it in there, or you can take a picture of the shit. You can take a picture of the food. It's that easy. So I'm gonna be like, 6 eggs, and let's say I had 5 ounces of steak, whatever. I don't even gotta spell it right. It's that smart. All right, and it's gonna add it up. Boom, give you the macros, calories, boom, boom, and it's gonna give you a running total throughout the day, right? So first it's gonna say what that meal was, and then it's gonna give you a total throughout the day. Then you can add more stuff, let's say I had 7 chicken wings. Boom, put that in there. Boom. Then it's going to keep adding. Yeah, I spelled it wrong. Don't worry about it. It corrects it for it. And then it gives you a running total throughout the day. So now if when you know what your goals are, boom, you can just keep adding it up, keep adding. And you can also take a picture. Hold on. Let me bring up my photographs. So again, I've done this before, but this is me. I took this picture. I was sitting courtside at the game. I couldn't bring my scale with me, and I knew I was going to eat chicken tenders that day. Right? I knew I was going to eat chicken tenders because when I go to the Heat game, they got some bomb ass chicken tenders. I knew I was going to eat those, so I made sure my macros throughout the day were accordingly, so this would fit. Boom, took that picture, right? Uploaded it. It's going to say what it is. Boom, chicken tenders, about 6 pieces. Boom. Fried, boom, and it's adding it up for you. Boom, and then it gives me my running total. And then if I say done, it's just the end of the day, and it's going to give me everything I ate that day. Boom, it's going right there, all the calories, all the carbs, everything. Boom, the final totals for the day is how many calories I have a day, protein, blah 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 blah, and then it's going to restart for the next day. This is the easiest way to track your calories. You just keep this chat open, right? And you can name it something different. And every time you eat, just put it in the chat. Boom, every day. This is the easiest way to track your calories and macros, and it's pretty accurate. I carry a scale with me everywhere I go, and I still use MyFitnessPal. I'm just used to it, and I keep a scale with me. But this is easier. You can do this. And I've tested it against this, and it's within a margin of error that I'm comfortable with. You know what I'm saying? It's within a margin of error that I'm comfortable with. All right. And you can take a picture of a whole meal. So let me bring up another one. So this is some breakfast my girl made for me: eggs, blueberries, and kale. Sometimes I'll say what it is just in case it has a different time. So you know what I'm saying? In this photo, I have a meal of eggs, blueberries, and kale. All right, it's going to figure out what it is. It's going to analyze the image. Boom. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's about About right. There we go. And it's gonna start over. So this is the easiest way to do it, and it's free. You can do this with the free version of ChatGPT. I got the paid version. It's all good, man. And it's pretty accurate. It's pretty accurate. It's within a margin of error that I'm comfortable with, and this is the easiest way. This is by far the easiest way to track your calories. So when motherfuckers be like excited about not tracking your calories, I'll be like, yo, man, you fucking stupid. It's so easy. You just don't want it bad enough. And the reason this is so helpful is because it's going to help you get in shape and stay in shape. All right. For example, there was a study done by Duke University. Hold on, let me find it. So here's a study by Duke University. All these science nerds did was have people track their calories. And they didn't give them no diet plan, didn't give them no workout plan. They didn't have them do keto, carnivore, vegan, nothing. They just said, hey, asshole, track what you're eating instead of putting anything in your mouth like a whore for the first time in your life, right? Just do it for 90 days. And over the course of 90 days, they lost 5 pounds. Just tracking. No diet plan, no exercise plan. But now 5 pounds in 90 days doesn't sound like a lot until you remember they had no fucking plan. So imagine if you had a plan. What would happen if just the mere act of tracking? Why does this help? Because when you're cognizant of the numbers, it's going to be a running thing. When you're tracking something and you're cognizant of the numbers, you make better decisions. Because right now you're just putting shit in your mouth like your mama, right? But when you start tracking, you start thinking about it, and you start seeing that running total every day, it's like, oh shit, I only have this many calories. Imagine if you had a plan. All right. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to make you a plan, asshole. All right. So step one, you have to define your goal. Do you want to build muscle? Do you want to gain weight, or do you want to lose weight? Right. If you want to lose fat, you got to be in a caloric deficit. Right. If you want to put on size, build muscle, you want to be in a caloric surplus. Right. So that's first decide your goal. Step two, right. If you want to lose fat, you have to take your body weight in pounds. This is what I recommend. Body weight in pounds, multiply that by 10. That's how many calories you need to get per day. Right? That's how many calories you need to get per day. That'll put you in a caloric deficit. So me, I'm 200 pounds. When I'm cutting, I get about 2,000 calories. Right? And when I want to gain muscle, I take my body weight in pounds, multiply by 20. Right? Me being 200 pounds, that means that's 4,000 calories per day. All right. Now, whether I'm bulking or cutting, protein is at least 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight, which means I got to get at least 200 grams of protein per day, whether I'm bulking or cutting. I'll get more. There's nothing wrong with getting more, but that's the minimum, 200. All right. Now, what you do with the calories and fats, you can do whatever you want. Do whatever you want with calorie. I'm sorry. What you do with the fats and carbohydrates is whatever you want. Right. Some people eat fucking high carbs, are in great shape. There's other people like me who are keto who are in great shape. So whatever you want. And I prefer the ketogenic diet. So I keep my carbs super low, under 50 net carbohydrates a day. And I keep my fats high. And I don't do it for body composition reasons. You can be in great shape if you eat carbs as well. But there's a lot of research that shows that there's cognitive benefits of actually of the ketogenic diet. For example, here's a study showing that, keto actually improves mental cognition, right? Because it's good for your brain. The ketogenic diet was invented in 1920 by doctors to cure epilepsy in children. It was actually invented for children who had epilepsy because the pharmaceutical drugs at the time were had some adverse side effects for young people. But what they noticed when they put these kids on keto, it helped their brain a lot, right? And it kind of cured their epilepsy, and them kids got ripped as well. I'm assuming, kids got shredded. And they stopped shaking. They stopped having the shakes, and they started motherfucking getting shredded, right? So it's good for your brain. And here's another study talking about the implications of, how it affects your brain on a cognitive level. Also, ketogenic diet, the studies that show it boosts your immune system. I have not been sick in it will be 9 years, going on 9 years, not had a cold, nothing. You know what I'm saying? Nothing. Ketogenic diet boosts your immune system. When they put animals on a ketogenic diet, like mice and shit, the mice live longer, healthier lives as a result. It slows the aging process as well. You know, some people say I look a little younger than 43, right? That's a testament to the ketogenic diet. Also, a lot of you motherfuckers got pimples and shit, right? Your motherfucking face look like connected dots. You know, the ketogenic diet is proven beyond a shadow of doubt to clear up acne. Right? If you got some acne or some shit, man, go on keto for a month, man. That shit'll clear right up. I promise you. Right? Because what is, you know, your skin is an organ, right? And acne comes from inflammation. And if there's no inflammation because you're not spiking your glucose levels with carbohydrates, it's just gonna clear right up. You know? So anyway, but if you want to eat carbs, that's cool too, man. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? Carbs are not the devil, nothing like that, right? Boom. Just want to give you some evidence for that. All right. But track your calories. Whatever you do, track your calories and macros. All right. The third habit that will change your motherfucking life is you want to start planning every hour of every day in your fucking calendar. Right. This habit completely changed my life. Right. Before I did this, I was freestyling life like you, trying to figure shit out, just going about, oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, you know, just kind of freestyling. And that's no way to live. There's no way you're gonna get as much done without a plan as you will with a plan. People don't plan to fail, they fail to plan. And you're failing to plan your day, right? That's why your days are what you call life is really just a succession of failures. That's your life, but we can fix that. Now, Now, here's how I learned this. When my father killed himself, he was, I took some of his things, some of his belongings, just as like keepsake. And one of the things I found was his planner. He had a physical planner, like one of them nice ones, right? And I noticed that, yeah, man, he used to do that. He used to plan every hour, every day. And then for whatever reason, he stopped at one point. And when he stopped doing that, that's when his life started falling apart. Now, here's the thing. Before that, I don't know. I told my story. My dad, you know, I grew up poor on the south side of Chicago. I got sent away to military school because I got in some trouble, you know, fights, skipping school, shootouts, you know, normal Chicago shit. And I went to military school. By the time I graduated military high school, my dad, he started making money once I went to military school, right? And by the time I graduated from military school, he was a millionaire. Like his shit, well, I don't know, it's because I left. Maybe I was bad luck or some shit. But by the time I graduated from high school, he was a millionaire. And then by the time, like a multi-millionaire, like we went from being fucking poor on the south side to he was a multi-millionaire. By the time I graduated from college, he had lost all the money and ended up killing himself. Right. So we had to start over. We're back to being poor again. Right. What I noticed was on the way, when I got his planner, he was planning every hour of every day. And then once he made it, he stopped doing what got him to where he needed to be. He lost everything. He killed himself, had to start over. Right. So I was like, fuck, you know, all right, let me start planning every hour of every day. Now I had Google Calendar. He didn't have that, right? Because he died before the iPhone was invented, right? So now we got Google Calendar. So what I do is I plan every hour of every day in Google Calendar. And once I started doing this, man, I started fucking being so much more productive. I wasn't missing workouts anymore because it was planned. I was getting way more done every day. And everybody who I've coached over the last 15 years, who I've taught this to, they started getting more work done every day too. They started making more money. Like this one tip has made more of the people I've coached millionaires than anything else. It's the one thing, right? So here's what you're going to do, right? First, you're going to fucking get Google Calendar going. If you got a Google account, you got it, right? Just go to Google Calendar. You're going to put in all your recurring tasks. These are things like when you're going to go to sleep, when you're going to be asleep, right? When you're going to work out every week. Make it a recurring, like a meeting with yourself, right? Don't get around to it. Fucking put it in your calendar, dipshit. When you're going to work, if you're at work or school, put that in your calendar, right? But when you're going to study, when you're going to read, if you're going to spend time with your friends, girlfriends, kids, whatever you got, put that in the calendar, the recurring task, right? And then you're going to have white space, right? Every week you want to look at, I do it on Sunday. I look at the white space for the upcoming week and I fill it with shit I need to do to accomplish my long-term goals, right? And then every day I look at my task and I do it in the morning. A lot of people like to plan the night before. I like to do it in the morning because if I start planning shit the night before, my mind races, but that's a me thing, right? I look at what's going on in the morning and I might move shit around. I might change shit, but then the day is packed. The day will be packed. There will be no white space on my calendar that day, right? And then I just start executing, right? And one of the only notifications that goes off on my phone is Google Calendar, right? Everything else is pretty difficult to get in touch with me, right? And I got appointments with myself. Now I'll move things around. Life gets in the way. Shit is gonna happen. I know every day I'm gonna have that motherfucking plan, and I know it's not gonna go according to plan that day. I know it, right? And I'll move things around. It's okay. I don't take it off my calendar though. I still got to do it. I might move it to the next day. I might change the times around, switch shit around, right? As the day progresses, right? So yeah. So step 1, fill out your recurring tasks. Step 2, fill the white spaces in Sunday for the week, right? And for the day. And then step 3, man, make the adjustments accordingly. Every day, I promise you will get way more done than everyone you know. Because almost nobody does this. Most of these motherfuckers are freestyling the day. And they wonder why they don't get shit done. They wonder why they don't make progress. Because they're not planning every hour, every day. Now, here's the thing. You're going to suck at this shit at first, right? Because you're not used to being on a rigid schedule. You'll get better at it. And you're going to get better at estimating how long things take once you start doing it. Once you're cognizant of it. At first, you're not, the amount of time you think things are going to take is either going to be too much or too short, right? But as you progress, you will start to actually make more progress in that regard. All right. Now, there's actually a study to show this, right? There was a study done. It was a meta-analysis that found that time management improves performance both in jobs and academics, and it improves well-being and reduces stress. Here's a study. You can check it out when you get a chance. Boom, it's a big meta-analysis. Meta-analysis meaning it looked at a bunch of studies, not just one study. It's like the conclusion of many studies, right? Right. So you got to plan it out, man. All right. If it's not in the calendar, it's not real. All right. Habit number 4 that'll help you accomplish your goals in 2026 and beyond. Excessive caffeine and nicotine. Excessive caffeine and nicotine, right? Now, obviously, safety disclaimer. They said, don't be an asshole. Don't fucking kill yourself, But we want to turn up the caffeine and nicotine, right? Right. All right. We want to turn up the caffeine and nicotine, right? This is not medical advice. Talk to your physician before adhering to what I'm about to say. You know what I'm saying? But caffeine is fuel. Caffeine will boost energy, help you burn fat, improve physical and mental performance, right? Now, nicotine would do it as well. Nicotine is a potent, damn, the word escapes me. This is the irony that I'm missing the word. Nicotine is potent for cognitive enhancing. It's a potent nootropic. All right. And now here's the thing. What I'm about to say is going to It's gonna blow some of your minds. I want you to relax. So everything's gonna be all right. I take about 1,000 milligrams of caffeine per day, spread out throughout the day, not in one sitting, you know. And when I have now, a lot of people are thinking, oh, they're thinking of typing, you're going to kill yourself. It's a heart attack. Listen, I've been doing that shit for over 20 years. I worked my way up to 1,000 milligrams. I'm not telling you to do it, right? But, you know, listen, I've had echocardiograms. My cardiovascular system is fucking perfect. My health, I get blood work every 90 days. My fucking blood work is perfect, right? Maybe I'm an outlier, but yo, caffeine, high dose of caffeine, turn it up, man. Turn it up. You will be more focused. You'll have more energy, and you'll burn more fat, right? Because it reduces hunger and helps you move more, so you burn more energy, you know. And when I'm working, now the lethal dose of caffeine is 10,000 milligrams. I only take 1,000 milligrams, so that's only 10% of the lethal dose. Now, somebody's going to type, man, 10% of the lethal dose is not good. You shut your bitch ass up, man. Shut the fuck up. That's not how toxicology works. If you drink a gallon of water, that's more than 10% of the lethal dose of water. But people drink gallons of water every day. I drink 2 a day. All right. It's all good, man. That's not how toxicology works, bro. All right. Anyway. And when I have to do an intense, deep work session, when I really have to work on something, I'll wear a nicotine patch. Or I'll take some of the Zen shit, you know. I got one in my mouth right now. Pause. You know what I'm saying? Don't smoke cigarettes. That'll kill you. Nicotine on its own, it doesn't really have any negative ramifications, except for the fact that it's addictive. But it's also cheap, so who cares, right? Now, but it will make you so much more productive. You'll get way more done with the nicotine and caffeine. I'm telling you. Alexander Hormozy, he says that taking a nicotine patch, wearing a nicotine patch when you work, he said is close to Adderall. I wouldn't go that far. He ain't getting the same Adderall I can get, right? But I get it though. Like, you definitely can work harder, and the studies to prove that, right? Potent nootropic. Andrew Huberman, my favorite white science man, he says, he recently on a Theo Von podcast, he said he takes 800 milligrams of caffeine per day. You know what I'm saying? Listen, you need to fuck with it. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to assess your tolerance. And this is only for people who want to be hyper successful. If you want to just be regular success, regular guy, then take regular amounts of caffeine. You know, we need to turn it up. So here's how you do it. First, 1, assess your tolerance, right? I started with a few hundred milligrams per day. And over the last 2 decades, I really worked my way up. All right. You got to see how you feel, man. You can't start with 1,000 milligrams per day. That's crazy, right? Assess your tolerance, right? To that and to nicotine, right? Maybe don't start with the highest level of the nicotine patch where I'm at. You know, I'll have a nicotine patch on and I'm popping Zen. You know what I'm saying? Drinking a Monster Energy. Top speed, nigga. All right. So you're gonna assess your tolerance to caffeine, starting low. Assess your tolerance to nicotine, right? And then if you're worried about being addicted, what you can do is you can cycle on and cycle off, or don't do it 2 days in a row. That's kind of like some OG. It's like some OG shit, man. If you don't do it 2 days in a row, you're less likely to get addicted. But personally, this is just personal. It's not medical advice. I'm not worried about being addicted because there's all types of shit I'm addicted to. I'm addicted to, oxygen, H2O, flexing on the haters. Just another thing I'm gonna do every day forever. You know, I can quit whenever I want. And here's a study that shows that caffeine improves reaction time. This is for shooters, you know what I'm saying? But you can use it, you can extrapolate this to other things you need to accomplish in life because it improves cognitive performance, right? Here's another study showing the cognitive effects of nicotine. Boom, this is a really thought-provoking study. All right. Nicotine, man, it takes life to the next level. Nicotine and caffeine, really, honestly, you get way more done, you'll work harder, and you'll have more energy, and you'll burn more fat. All right. And okay, habit number 5, daily meditation. So I've been doing this for, I don't know, 20 years now, meditating twice a day. And it made me, one of the main benefits of meditation is it helps with the ability to handle stress. So if you have big goals, I'm assuming if you're watching this, you have big goals, right? You want to take on some big challenges and accomplish them to make a better life for yourself, your family, your offspring, and their offspring, you know? And in order to accomplish big goals, they come with a lot of stress. There's going to be a lot of stress. And the stress does not decrease the more successful you become. I tell you, the stress increases the more successful you become. And the bigger the challenge you take on, the bigger, the more stress you're going to deal with. Now, if you meditate and you do it consistently, you'll be able to handle stress a lot better. You'll be able to respond to things as opposed to reacting to things, right? You'll be able to respond and not react. Okay. And I see people flipping out all the time over bullshit, little shit. Oh, it's traffic. Oh, it's raining. Like, before you live on Earth, like, what do you think? It's not going to rain. Yeah, it's going to rain sometime, man. You should be used to this shit by now. You're an adult. Motherfuckers fucking crying because it's raining. Motherfuckers crying because the plane got delayed. I'll be at the plane station, and then I'll say, oh, the plane got delayed. And people like, flipping out, yelling at the fucking plane waitress, all types of shit. And I'm chilling. And main reason is that's because I've been meditating for so long. So there was studies done by Harvard University that showed that people who meditate, it actually changes the composition of their brain. There's a part of your brain called the amygdala. This is where your fight or flight response comes from. And it's basically the part of your brain that makes you a spaz. After just 8 weeks of meditation, studies show that the amygdala of the participants started to shrink, right? This means they became less of what? A fucking spaz, right? They became calmer. In their ability, and they had a greater ability to handle stress, right? Because you got to remember, man, life is a series of tragedies. I don't want to get too bleak, but you're going to set a lot of goals for this year, and a lot of shit is going to happen. There might be some wars, natural disasters, people you know are going to die. Like, life is what you do in between tragedies. I know that sounds bleak, but that's how it is, man. Like, you're going to set all these goals for 2026, and I promise you some fucking shit is going to happen. You're going to get hurt. You know what I'm saying? Your mama going to need some money. Who knows, man? Fucking, you're going to get some chick pregnant. Who knows? I don't know what's going to happen, but something's going to happen. Your life is not going to be, your life is not going to be an unbroken boulevard of green lights. There are going to be tons of things. And you don't know when the next one is coming. It could be any moment. And your ability to respond instead of react will determine if you can stay on your path to accomplishing your goals or not. Because a lot of times I hear people saying all the time, man, I'm trying to work out, man, but then, you know, man, my fucking dog died, and motherfucking my uncle got laid off, and man, my son, blah, blah, blah. Like, yo, man, so you could, basically you're telling me all this shit happened, you couldn't handle it, so you just gave up on your goals. No, I feel you. That's a good excuse. Motherfucker, I had shit happen. You think my life was just easy on the way from fucking after my dad killed himself to now? Nah, man, I had all the same shit you had to deal with. Motherfuckers died. All types of shit happened. Had a kid. All types of shit happened. Had to sue people. People sued me. Like is his life. And your ability to deal with it will determine if you can stay on the path to your goals or not. Right? So here's how you meditate. You don't need no motherfucking apps. Oh, also, okay, no, you don't need no motherfucking apps. You don't need Calm, Headspace, fuck all that shit. What you need is to sit quietly, close your eyes, and focus on your breath. Right? Just focus on your breath. And if your mind starts to wander, and it will, bring your attention back to your breath. That's a rep. I want you to think about it like that's a rep. Right? And you're going to suck at it first. I feel like I still suck at it 20 years later. Right? But you want to just keep focusing on your breath. Bring your mind to your, and that's a rep. You want to think of it like this is exercise for your brain. Every time your mind wanders, bring it back to your breath. Bring it back to your breath. Boom. And do that shit for fucking 15 minutes. 15 minutes in the morning, 15 minutes in the afternoon. You can do that twice a day. 2 15-minute sessions. 20 days is a total of 30 minutes, 7 days a week. Every day. I'm telling you, if you don't do it, I'm telling you, you need to do this, right? Ray Dalio said that one of the most important factors to his success and helping him stay calm and make better decisions under pressure was meditation. Ray Dalio is one of the richest men to ever live. He started the largest hedge fund of all time, Bridgewater Capital. Right? One of the richest men to ever live. Right. Another study that showed from Harvard University as well, that showed that, again, 8 weeks of meditation, it changes a part of your brain called the frontal lobe. There was more density in people who meditated for 8 weeks in a row in their frontal lobe, their neocortex. That's the part of your brain that's responsible for logic. Right? We have a bigger neocortex than the majority in the animal kingdom. That's why we can do things like make YouTube videos, create language, invent cars and shit, where other animals traditionally struggle in those endeavors, right? Because they don't have the same neocortex. So think about it. Studies show that it shrinks your amygdala, so you're less of a spaz, and it strengthens your neocortex, so you're more logical. Of course, it makes sense why you're able to handle stress better, right? Right. And here's a study about that. Boom. Mindfulness practice leads to increased region in the brain's gray matter and density. Right. This is like real. This is not pseudoscience. This ain't that shit. This ain't, I know I'm at the risk of sounding like one of them chicks who collects rocks. She got a whole gravel pit full of shiny rocks next to her goddamn bed. Right. I know I sound like one of them motherfuckers, but there's actually science behind this, All right. And here's another study from Harvard. Boom. It just takes 8 weeks to change your brain. Now, it's not immediately. Some people will be like, oh, I meditated once and nothing happened. It's like, shut the fuck up, man. It's like you go to the gym once. I go to the gym once, man. I don't look like The Rock. Yeah, man. Of course not. I want you to think about it like exercise for your brain. You can't exercise once and expect them to have. You're not going to be calm today. It's like it's not an instant fix. It's something you do over time, and it changes your brain over time. Right? You know what I'm saying? Listen, man. And that's why I don't like those apps like Headspace or Calm, because that shit is not meditation. It's more like relaxation. Meditation is not about relaxation. It's about, I want you to think about like you're training your brain. Yeah, I want you to think about it like fucking brain exercise. We ain't out here just trying to relax. All right. The sixth thing you need to do, the last one, which I said is probably the most important one, is start tracking every dollar you spend. All right. Once I started tracking every dollar I spent, I realized how much money I was wasting and how I wasn't allocating the capital the way I was supposed to, right? And now I was better at, and once I started doing that, I was able to allocate the resources better. I was able to start building the savings and to start investing more, right? But if you're just spending money haphazardly without tracking, then you don't really know exactly where the money's going, right? If you're not tracking, you're slacking, man. If you're not tracking, you're slacking. Now it's easy now, right? You can use a tool called Monarch. They don't sponsor this, you know. I'll take the money if you motherfuckers are listening, for sure. You got about one more. Listen, I've been shouting you motherfuckers out for free for a few years now. 2026. I might have to show up to the Monarch offices and collect. All right. Well, anyway, when you sign up for Monarch, you link all your accounts to it. Your checking accounts, savings accounts, investment accounts, credit cards. Boom, link everything in. And it automatically pulls all your transactions, right? I don't spend money with cash, but if you do spend money with cash, you can manually input that. I don't really spend cash, you know. And now here's the thing: every day you want to go through each one of those transactions to see where the money's going. It will categorize it for you automatically, but sometimes it fucks up, right? It's not perfect, right? So you want to make sure everything's categorized, and then it gives you an output every day of where your money's going, where it's spent. And then what you do is, man, you can start cutting the unnecessary expenses, because the way you get rich is you make more money you spend and invest the difference. Over a long enough period of time, you will make money, right? Make more money you spend, invest the difference. Over a long enough period, you do that over a long enough period of time, you will get rich. For example, if you put just $2,000 in a S&P 500 index fund, $2,000 every month in there, at 20 years, after 20 years, you have $1.3 million. $1.3 million, right? That's just like a simple way to do it. Like if you're 20, you can be a millionaire by the time you're my age with just extra $2,000 a month, right? You know, Dave Ramsey, he makes people write a budget every dollar they spend and assign it at the beginning of the month, you know? And if you can, I'm not saying you have to do that, but you definitely have to track what you're spending. And if you can lower your expenses, I'm not telling you to lower your expenses by cutting the bullshit, right? What's going to happen is just like when people started tracking their calories, you'll automatically start making better decisions because now you'll see where the money's going. I remember this one entrepreneur I was coaching, and he was really fucking up, man. He was really fucking. He was making a lot of money, but he ain't having a lot to show for it. So I made him hook all this shit up to Monarch, and it went back. It went back like 90 days, right? You can see the transactions for like the last 90 days. And we noticed that he was spending like 60. He spent like $60K over the last like 2 months on bitches, right? Not prostitutes, but like, you know, flying bitches in and out, you know what I'm saying? Buying them shit, going on dates. Like, God damn, man, you got a problem. It'd have been a lot cheaper if he was getting whores. You know what I'm saying? He didn't even realize he was spending that much, right? And you have to be more cognizant of it the more money you make, because the more money you make, you can start just throwing shit around, not thinking about it, you know? You want to get in the habit of it now, you know? And here's the thing, this will help put you in ahead of most Americans. The average American has less than $1,000 in their bank account. And you know, it's like you get $1,000, man, you're doing better than almost everybody. Right? You need to do this if you're serious about making money. And this will put you in position to really ball, right? Because once you really start making money, it's more important to track. All right. It's more important to track. Success is like driving a car. When you're driving slow, you can fucking drive, or you can have one hand on the wheel, smoking a blunt, drinking, eating food, talking on the phone, because you're just cruising, right? You start driving fast, motherfuckers sit up straight, put both hands on the wheel. You might turn down the radio if you're driving fast, right? Because if you just move a little bit in the wrong direction, you're going to crash that bitch. You know, that's what success is like. The more successful you become, the more disciplined you have to be with your finances, with your calendar, right? Because now big mistakes, because now you got leverage, and the mistakes you make when you're successful can be more detrimental, right? You can start fucking up more money. You can get into trouble that you couldn't get into when you was broke, right? Imagine if I get caught at the whorehouse, right? I'm bugging, you know, I'm popular enough, man. Fucking Greg Doucette to start making more videos about me. It'll be news. If you get caught at the whorehouse, nobody gonna know. You know what I'm saying? So the more successful you get, like the more disciplined you have to be, man. You know, and the temptations are higher once you get successful. Let's say you start doing everything on this list, right? Well, it stands to reason you're going to be in better shape. You're going to have more money. You're going to have more success, right? Which also means you're going to have more responsibility, right? And there's going to be more temptations because you're in better shape, right? So like right now you thinking, how do I rizz up bitches? No. When you get bigger, when you get more successful, it's going to be like, oh shit, how do I stay focused? Because these bitches are fucking texting me or trying to hit me up or slide into my DMs and shit, right? You have to be more disciplined. I've seen people move out here to Miami, start making some money. Next thing you know, these motherfuckers is out here getting high, going out to live or booby trap or 11 every night, bugging hoes, getting bitches pregnant, catching STDs, fucking up their business, getting arrested. I've seen it happen, man. You've seen it happen. If you know, and it's just because the more, and it's news, right? Because they've got some notoriety, right? You have to be more disciplined the more successful you are. So if you can't do this shit when you broke, if you don't have discipline to do this shit when you broke, how are you going to do it when you become successful, right? If you can't, right now, your biggest temptation is avoiding fucking 5s and 6s who want you to smash and saying no to Call of Duty weed smoking sessions, right? Once you fucking get successful, it's going to be a lot of bigger temptations that are more tempting that you have to say no to. So you need to start building that discipline now, right? And if you want to learn how to build that discipline, I have another video that'll show you exactly how to do it. Go watch that right now, all right? Oh, damn, I got 4 super chats. All right, let me run through them, man. Top speed. We've been here too long.
We have Real Kenley. Need that repellent by this Christmas.
Hey, man, listen, man, we working on it, brother. And thank you for your contribution.
Mr. Out of Context, is it possible to hit back with no equipment?
Yeah, man. So Mr. Out of Context, he ain't gonna give us no context. Back with no equipment. I mean, pull-ups. That's what you can do. Or just something called the 3X bar or the X3 bar. And you can get some good rolls with that, you know. But with zero equipment, I don't know, maybe you can find a tree branch and do pull-ups on that shit. But you should at least get a pull-up bar. Every man above the poverty line should own a pull-up bar. What else we got?
We have Truly Allen. Mental clarity on keto is better than being high.
Yeah. Well, it depends on what you high on. But like I feel that. I never did heroin, but people seem to really enjoy it.
And final, we have Oscar. I did your method, and Grok states I'm 30% body fat. I would like to make more money as a fitness trainer in the future. Should I start now or wait? Yo, man, download the free ebook, The 10 Commandments of Online Training. It'll tell you more about it. But if I was you, I wouldn't wait, right? Because here's the thing. You're 30% body fat. What we do in HTT is we teach people how to document, like there's a certain protocol, we call it Makeover Madness, how to document your own transformation and then sell it in a way, right? It is a way you got to package it. Because if you just come out the gate in shape, it's not as effective as if people watch you actually do it. It's like so much more compelling if people can watch you do it.
you know, and so we'll teach you that makeover madness, that makeover madness strategy. And what's beauty of it is like a lot of times, like you probably been trying to lose that weight for mad long, right? But now that you know you got a way you can be financially compensated for it, you're gonna be more motivated. You know, you're gonna have a different motivation than you ever had, you know. And I've seen it happen a lot. People, man, they started doing them. They did the makeover madness. It's the first time they got serious about it because the financial compensation, and they just got in the best shape they ever had. And then they started making money off it because now they can market that transformation. So that I think you'll find that helpful. If you want to learn more of that, click the link in the description, download that free ebook. All right, guys, man, it's been another episode of that Victory Talk podcast. If you haven't already, register for the fucking free training on how to trade, make money trading. It's going to be not this Wednesday, but the next Wednesday at 8 p.m. You don't want to miss out on that. All right, holla at y'all.